You've built your AI system inside of GoHighLevel, but here's the real game changer. What if the AI could sell itself? In this video, I'm going to show you how to package your offer and let AI do the hard selling for you, so you can focus on scaling and not selling. And yes, I've built out an entire AI prospecting system that is in a GoHighLevel snapshot, and I'm going to show you later in the video how to get it completely for free. Let's jump right in.
What's up, folks? We are live on the World Wide Web with High Level. Today is day 2 of our incredible workshop that's happening with the wizard of all wizards, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Declan O'Reilly. Thanks for coming back. I'm excited. So if you are excited, guys and gals, we're gonna get started. The first like 10 minutes, we're gonna call an audible here. Me and Declan kind of planned it out just so you're aware. We're going to talk about the snapshot a little bit. We're going to walk through it. We're going to show you the all the different branches to it. It can get really overwhelming and confusing for a lot of people. But today is all about sales, sales, sales. We're going to talk about prospecting. Heavy, heavy, heavy. With that in mind, I want you to all know that everything we're sharing is inspirational. It's meant to kind of encourage you. Don't take it as financial advice. Don't assume that you're going to go make a bunch of money. Matter of fact, you probably won't. But either way, for those that are new, Declan, give them a story of who you are, how you got to the world of high level, and you're doing some really amazing things in this space now.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on again. I would say, I came in just like a lot of people wanting to make money online, not having to work the 9 to 5, all the classic stuff that we go through, but buying a lot of expensive courses, trying out all this stuff to realize that it was way too complicated. And that's when high level kind of comes in and simplifies everything. And you realize that it actually is very simple. You just have to put in the work, as opposed to it being absurdly complex and having to do the work. So that's pretty much, where I came from. You have a good YouTube channel, I have a really good thriving community, and AI has just taken everything and put it on steroids, man. So that's what we're teaching today. We're showing you guys the secrets of the trade with AI.
I love it. Declan, what's the game plan for today? Lay out the day, the agenda. I see a ton of people just climbed into the streaming. So let's get started with day 2.
Let me first share
Yeah.
this quick slide, and then guys, we're gonna go in and just break down the snapshot and install it. I know Paulson talked about that, but we're gonna kind of take it a little slower in the beginning. But let me quickly just show you kind of what we're gonna be doing for today. Let me know if you guys can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Good.
Yeah.
So yesterday, guys, was all about building out this AI system, or really just downloading because it's already built, but just configuring it, which is through the AI Smart website. Now, if you have not seen the first part of this, make sure you go to High Level's YouTube channel and you bookmark it, because you have to watch it. We also go over the snapshot. It's insane. So that's the first really, really big thing, is making sure that you guys have that in. Second, okay, which is day 2, is learning how to sell what we set up in day 1. So very simply, it's just taking the system, the self-selling AI system, and getting in front of business owners. It's as simple as that. It's not getting complicated, but this is the part where you go out and actually do the work. And I believe for those of you who want to kind of see how we set this up as far as downloading a snapshot, we're going to do that here right now. Any questions, though, Paulson, before we kind of go in? Because we'll kind of move a little bit easier this time. So they kind of get what's happening.
Absolutely. I just threw up a QR code in the streaming. So if you're watching that, you might be wondering, okay, what is that? I already signed up for the event. Well, what that is an opportunity for you to jump into a high level trial. And why should you do it now on this stream? Well, if you jump into it, you'll get the snapshot that Declan's teaching from, which is basically like a bulletproof system, in my opinion, that is going to take you really far versus building high level from scratch. So if you're brand new out there, kind of on the fence about high level, this is a great opportunity. You get Declan's snapshot and some of his things that he's teaching today. We're about to walk through that. And do you mind explaining what a snapshot is real quick? To me, it's like an automation tree that could be duplicated.
100%. Basically, for those of you who are new, it is like a business in a box. It's a template that's completely built out. All the work is done. You don't have to go in and do all this stuff. It's all been taken care of. And essentially, you can take it, so you can leverage all that work and then implement it into your Go High Level. And this snapshot that we create up has 4 different main parts. Okay, we have AI powered engagement tools, which is pre-made voice agents. Guys, we're gonna get into all this in a sec, so don't worry. Like I'll show you. AI chatbots, AI prompts. Then we have the entire smart infrastructure and website, which is a website built to rank and sell. Okay, everything plugged into that, calendars, automations, everything. Then we have what we're going to be going over today, which is the automated outreach and funnels, which is basically just entire outreach systems. Which you don't know what outreach is, it's going out and getting clients for yourself, getting leads, which has all kinds of stuff, demo scripts. I even put in a sales script, even though it's self-selling, just so you guys have all of your bases covered. And then some basic, lead forms and chat widgets and whatnot. So the snapshot has a ton of different stuff. I mean, it has everything you need to have your full self-selling system. And again, this is amazing for beginners, but it is also great for advanced people, because this is an offer you guys can be selling today if you guys have clients. If you don't, that's what we're going to be going over today. But we're gonna re-download the snapshot. We're kind of going to go over that just so everyone kind of gets a better grasp of what's in here, and I'll kind of show you what's in there. I mean, I'm biased, but I will say, from what I've seen and the feedback we get and the testimonials we have compared to everyone else, not naming any names, I think we have the best community. We have the best support. The people are the hungriest. We got the most up-to-date training programs. I mean, we got it all. I'm telling you. And again, don't take it from me. Talk to people in the comments. Check out, the community. Go to my YouTube channel. You'll see the love we get there. It's the best, bar none, in my opinion. So
Yeah, let's go ahead and go through the snapshot then.
perfect. Let's do it. So for those of you guys who have the link, we're going to paste it where you're already logged into High Levels. Is really important. I know some people had some, problems with that. And then we're just going to click enter. I'm going to walk through the entire download of the snapshot. And then we'll kind of go into this. Do you see my screen now, Paulson? I'm just making sure it's true.
Yeah, we see your screen. So you're inside of the High Level account. And what exactly did you do to get to this screen again? You pasted the link to the browser.
Yep, pasted it and clicked enter, and this should pop up. If you are logged into your High Level, very important, guys. You have to be logged into High Level for the snapshot to properly work. We good to go forward, Paulson, with the import?
Yep, we're good to go. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so now what you guys are going to click is you're going to click yes, import now. Yep.
When you clicked on that button,
It just came right
it
here.
gave you a pop-up. Okay, it took you here. Okay,
Mhm.
got it.
Right into here. So what you're going to want to do is you're then going to want to come into imported snapshots, not my snapshots, but imported snapshots. Then down below, we're going to find the exact snapshot, which is AI Employee Super Snapshot. And we're going to come right over here, and you have 2 options. Number 1, we can click this plus right here, and we can create a sub account right now. For those of you who are brand new or newer and you don't know what a sub account is, it is basically building out a business in High Level. It's where you do all of this stuff. So, Paulson, do you want me to go through adding manually? I also have a test sub account pulled up so they can add it. I have both options.
Yeah, let's just not skip any steps. Let's just go as crazy thorough as possible. So here's the thing. You have to have a high level account to use a snapshot. If you're brand new, jump into the trial, you'll get the link. But if you're an existing user, we just went ahead and posted the snapshot link. But again, you have to have a high level account to use a snapshot, just FYI. Keep going.
Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to add it in manually. Just a quick tidbit, though, I will show you after how to add it to an existing sub account. So don't worry, we'll go through both.
Perfect.
So we're going to click this right up here, which is add manually. And then we're going to go through and we're just going to fill out your business info, which could be the business you're building this for or your basic info. So we're just going to do Declan. Last name is going to be Wizard. You're going to then put your email in here. So we're going to do Declan, the wizard.com or at gmail.com. You guys just track right along with me. A very self-explanatory email, business name. We're just
Yep.
going to do GHL
And don't
Wizard.
worry,
Yep. Yep.
let's keep going.
Business phone. Just put in your exact business phone right in there. Okay. Address. You're going to put in either your business's address or the business you are working with. So we're going to do 0. All right. So then put in your zip code. You put in everything you need here. Website. You don't have to put that in just yet. It's not required. And then you're going to put in your time zone. So
Time zone
again,
matters. Yep.
yeah, time zone matters very much. Again, first name, last name, email, business name, business niche. And guys, we can change this later, but it's just for the sake of starting the sub account. Business phone, your entire address, website if you have it, and then time zone. So once you guys have all of that, okay, you're going to click this button right down here that says add sub account. And we're going to click add sub account.
We'll show you how to do this to an existing sub account location.
Yep.
We look at sub accounts as locations.
So does everyone see this right here?
Yeah.
So once we have this right in here and everything looks good, we're then going to come right up here to the upper right-hand side. And we're going to click actions and we're going to click load snapshot. And then we're going to click this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to select the exact snapshot that we had, which was, guys, remember what it was?
I think it was the AI employee super snapshot,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. It was the AI employee super snapshot. It's a long name. All right, so then we're going to click this. We're then going to click proceed. And what we want to do is we want to make sure everything is selected by clicking this right up here. This will take everything we have and bring it in. So select all. And then we're going to come right on down and we're going to click proceed. And then we're going to click the exact sub account that we wanted, which is this right here. And you could add more, but we're just going to start with this. And then we're just going to click proceed. And then we're going to type this in right here. Confirm, and we are good to go. And then we're just going to wait a sec. Sometimes, guys, snapshots take a tiny bit to load. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds. It's dependent on your browser and a bunch of other stuff. But sometimes we just got to come in and then we got to refresh the page. So you're going to want to switch to sub account first, which is that little button right there. And then we're going to refresh this right up here. Paulson, is it showing this screen? My sub account now?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, guys, go into the upper left-hand corner and hold control down and do a hard refresh. That's going to completely refresh everything. You guys see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through all the things that are in this. We're not going to go through setting up every bit because that's going to be, partially in the first one and then what we're going to be doing today. But I'm going to show you all of the assets in here to make sure you got it all. So we're going to come right on down first to calendars. We just have a basic calendar right in here. It's the strategy call. Okay. If we come in here, we can see it.
And by the way, when you stream using HighLevel in your browser like we are right now, for those of you that do webinars and live events, it always goes a little bit slower just for the streaming, just so you're aware. And that's normal.
100%. So we have the calendar right in here. So again, that's pretty much already all set up. Again, you're going to want to go in and put in the business's times in there. But we'll go over that in a little bit later. Then we're going to come right down to AI agents because this is an important part. We have AI agents in here. So to make sure you have these, you're going to click voice AI right here. I'm going to click agent list. The agent for voice AI will be Alexis. The conversational AI chatbot, which is through text, not voice, is Isabella. Okay, so those are both in there. And then we have a knowledge base put in, which is just how you train them, which should be Dave's plumbing knowledge base.
Yes, and I think Samantha's voice is being used.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the choice, guys and gals, of accents, voices,
You know what? I guess it's loading, but that's a big one. Yeah. You can pick different voices for your AI agent. And I recommend not I recommend just finding one that sounds really human-like, because some of them don't sound human-like, but most of them do. But sometimes it's, for the human touch side, it's nice.
But I like the idea of naming conventions being different so you don't get mixed up between each other on automations or anything.
Yeah. One thing too, I'm actually really happy that you asked that, Polson. When you do any sort of like AI voice in AI chatbot, the way I've prompted them is to be prompted on a voice or a name that goes with the voice. So like if a human asks, who am I speaking with? It says, I'm Isabella, the assistant at X business. And I think that is a lot better than saying, I'm agent 7714. You know what I mean? I think it's better to have a human name attached to it. It sounds clear, it sounds crisper, it just makes it more human like, which it's getting there. So that is what I recommend. But if we come to automations, these are the automations that should be in here. You guys see these? And this is really what we're going to get into today, like in depth. But we have cold outreach email automation, cold outreach SMS automation, cold outreach WhatsApp automation. We
Yeah.
have a form submission onboarding that lets them in. Again, guys, we're going to go in depth on all of these here in a bit. Do not worry. The ultimate multi-channel outreach, so that's combining SMS, email, and voicemail, and then a WhatsApp cold outreach blitz automation. So these are already pre-built out client getting systems. Are you
Okay,
guys seeing
there it
this?
is. Got it. Okay. Perfect. So it is there under membership and courses. It just takes a while. That took almost 5 minutes to load while we're on stream. So maybe use incognito mode, guys and gals, or wait a little bit. Um, but cool.
One thing I will say again, and Pulse, and I know I've said this a bunch of times, sometimes snapshots take like 10, 20, 30 minutes. I've seen this before where I've gotten snapshots from people and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys scammed me. There's nothing in there. And then like an hour later, it has like a gazillion things. So I think the bigger the snapshot, the slower it is. And this one's kind of big and juicy, so it takes a little longer.
I love that. So give it a few minutes, guys and gals. Let's do this. Is there anything else you want to talk through on the snapshot? I don't want to spend any more time than we have to because sales, there's a lot to cover on the sales side.
Yeah. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's a
Okay.
couple of miscellaneous things, like we got the sites and stuff, but ultimately, if you guys have gone and seen day one, which please make sure you watch after this if you haven't seen it, we go over all the other parts, like the websites and whatnot. So, I mean, we've pretty much gone over everything between day one and this day. You'll get everything you
Cool.
possibly need.
Yeah, and I know our team went through the snapshot yesterday live with you after the session.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We verified everything. So give it a little bit of time. Everything will be there. Don't worry, guys. So let's do this. Let's go into the sales side of things that I know you have a lot to cover on day two, like, right?
Yep. Yep. Did you want me? Because I've noticed a couple of people asked. Did you want me to show how to add it to the existing? I think I skipped that
Oh
part.
yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. Let's do that
It's
real quick.
super quick. I'll do it in like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me let me pull it up.
yeah.
So if you come right to this dashboard and you come right into sub accounts, yeah, you're gonna want to click this right here. You can search whatever sub account you want. Once you have that sub account, okay, and you have the exact sub account you pick, you're gonna come right in here to manage client, those three dots at the bottom, and the same exact thing as before, right up here into the top, and then we click load snapshot. Same exact process as we did before. We select our snapshot, we select the assets, we check for conflicts, and then we click proceed, and then we are done. It's as simple as that. So again, you would click sub accounts, search for the sub account you want, click the three dots, click manage client, click this up here, little blue button that says actions, and then click load snapshot. And then you can add that to any snapshot you want. Let me know in the chat if that part made sense.
Cool. It shows 2 out of 2 under membership. Let's see here. Okay, let's keep moving and go through the sales component, and we'll come back to the snapshot if we need to.
Perfect. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull my presentation back up and just go over a small part explaining how some of this works and kind of the goal with this and what kind of the overview of what we're going to be looking at. And then I'm going to go through these amazing outreach automations and how to use the prompts to generate some amazing copy for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so essentially what we're going to be focusing on today is using the outreach system I have created to help you get clients using the AI Smart website as your demo. Again, we covered that in day one. If you're new, please go watch it. We're not going to go over that entire thing today, setting up because we did that yesterday. But essentially, once you have your lead magnet, which is basically what this AI Smart website is, we're going to go through and we're going to configure your outreach automations properly. And I'm going to show you, how to generate your copy and just basic stuff for you to understand how this works. Then we're going to go over a bit with contact lists. Not going to go super in depth on this because depending on where you're at, there's different compliance laws. And we have people that are overseas, so we'll touch on that. But we got a lot of good resources after that'll help you with that. Then it's making sure that your outreach automations have the list. They're going through. They then demo, and then it goes on to the last part when they go through that, which is onboarding, sales, et cetera, et cetera. So that is basically going to be the flow of the video.
Cool.
Very simply, nothing too complicated. And a big thing I want to let you guys know, because this is something that I get asked a lot, is like, who can you offer this to? Who can I reach out to? Is this something that only works with a certain industry? What I want to tell you is it pretty much works with any service-based business. And here are some examples, okay? Plumbers, dentists, lawyers, chiropractors, real estate agents, okay, HVAC companies, med spas, auto repair, accountants, electricians, cleaning companies, salons, landscapers. I mean, any service-based business, and really at this point with AI, pretty much any business that has a website or an online presence. Now, it helps if they have more traffic, more people coming to them. But again, like, this isn't one of these services, guys, that you have to sell to a tiny bit of the population. This is like you have as many leads as you could possibly want out there. Why? There's millions of business owners in America alone. And then we add the rest of the world in there. I mean, I got to look at the number, but it got to be the hundreds of millions. So you guys have a massive, massive pond to fish from, so to speak. Okay. And there's two different ways that we're going to be going about this. Okay. If you are advanced, again, these are the price points that I'm laying out. This is not fixed, but if you are advanced and you already understand a lot of this stuff, these are the price points I would recommend going with. But we're gearing this towards people that are a little newer. So what I would recommend you do is offer a 14-day free trial, okay, using this AI technology. That is a much cleaner way to do this, unless you are very advanced and you already have, leads and you have, a warm audience that you can sell to. I would recommend going with this, because what we can essentially do is we can convince the business owners to try this risk-free. And that's the whole goal here. We don't want to be, if you're new and you have to do all this hard selling, you can just go, hey, let's put this on your website, or let's give you the AI Smart website and let's see how you do. And again, if you guys can just get it to answer a couple calls, which if a business is getting calls, which they pretty much all do, you've solved some big problems. So this is really what we're going to be going in today, is the outreach automations and then having them go through this demo, which is a self-selling demo. I basically have pop-ups that come up that shows them how to, play with this and try it out. That way, see, what's unique about this is that they're seeing how it would sell their clients, not how it's going to sell them. That's why this is so powerful. And then I've had such great success with it, and a lot of people has, is a lot of traditional demos, you're just selling the business owner, but they get to see how this would sell their customers. And ultimately, they make more money by selling their customers, not you selling them, if that makes sense.
There it is. Okay, cool.
So this is going to be the big part of this video, which is going over the outreach automations. Okay, again, to be super clear, these are basically what you're going to use to reach out to local businesses. Now, at the end of this video, I'm also going to show you a bunch of extra bonus ways to reach out to local businesses. And in my community, I show you a gazillion different ways to prospect. But for this, I just wanted to show you the system that I've created so you can use that first. So first off, I'm just going to show you these at a quick glance so you can see what we're dealing with here. For those of you who don't know what automations are, let me quickly show you. Paulson, do you see my screen right here? This
Yep.
big automation.
Yep.
Okay, so for those of you who are brand new, okay, just pay close attention. For those of you who are more advanced, just bear with me here. An automation is basically a system you create that basically works on autopilot once you configure it properly. It's amazing. It saves you a bunch of time. It's incredibly powerful. And we've kind of mixed AI and automation here, so it's insanely powerful. But for this basic example, just so those of you who understand what automations are, we would take this entire thing I've built out. Okay, looks really crazy. But what this does is this goes through and has a sequence where if you launch an email, okay, it would send an email out to someone. If they replied, depending on what they say, it'll then segment them. It'll then send them follow-up emails. It basically is a pre-built out system that once you configure it right and you put in the proper info, you can just put contacts into it and it will do all of the work for you. Okay, this is a massive time save, like huge time save. So what we have here is we have a bunch of different automations that I have taken hours, days, if not weeks to build out for you. Okay, and we have a lot of them. I'm going to walk you through all of them today. Okay, we got this one right here. You see, this is an SMS automation, so it's for text. We then have an ultimate multi-channel, so this is for text, email, and voicemail. Okay, we then have a WhatsApp. So if you guys are overseas, even in America, this is killer. It is so amazing. And then we have the voicemail drops, which is basically where you can leave voicemails on autopilot to local businesses, which I am waiting for it to load right now. And guys, the big part about this is it's already all built out. Like, again, I know I keep repeating myself, but it needs to be repeated because if you're to go and build this stuff out on your own, it takes for freaking ever, because it's not just about coming in and building out, let's say, an automation like this. It's not just about building it. It's building it and then testing it and making sure it works. Because you know, it can take a month to test. These have already been tested. So big time save here. But this last one, which I want to show you, is just a voicemail drop one that we also have configured. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you through each of these, the basics of setting them up, and how to use an AI prompt, okay, which if we come right over in here is what I have in here for you. And what this is this is an AI prompt that we're going to put into ChatGPT that's going to generate all of your emails or your text messages or do all the heavy lifting for you. And then you can plug it in very easily to these automations. So, Paulson, do you have any questions before we go into this? Because this part will take a bit of time because I'm going to go through it very thoroughly. But this is
let's go through it. So if you don't mind zooming into like 120 on the bottom left corner instead of 70 on the, we can't see these steps.
absolutely. Yeah, I can do this for all of them and go pretty in depth. But at this part, I will say I'm going to walk through it slowly and thoroughly, and I'm just going to show the basics of doing it.
Got it. So just to review real quick, what is the offer pricing? You're at what's your subscription at that you're going out there self-selling on?
So if you are more advanced, I recommend you charge a $1,000 to $3,000 setup. And then for recurring every single month, anywhere from $297 to $497 per month. If you are new though, and you are, let's say you're just getting started, I don't recommend you charge that much upfront. You can, okay, you can do whatever you want, but I recommend you go with a 14-day free trial.
Okay.
And again, AI Employ, it's free for 30 days. We're running that promo right now. Excellent lead magnet. That way you guys can, help and give value up front, okay, without kind of, having to squirm around if you've never charged a price before. Does that answer your question, Paulson? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, so let's go back to this entire thing. Okay, so basically what I'm going to show you how to do is I'm going to show you how to create copy for each of these. Because if we come right over here and we open up said automations and we zoom in, you will see right here, we have emails that have to be configured. And there are ways of adding stuff in. So we already have some basic stuff in here, but I want to show you how to add, okay, like a special, very customized version to that. And that is where an AI prompt comes in. So back in the day, before we had AI prompts, you would have to manually write all of your emails, which takes forever if you've ever done it. Now, if you can properly write stuff and use AI, it's like cutting time in half and then half again. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through each of these step by step, starting with the email drip sequence. So this first automation, if you guys can see, is for reaching out to people via email. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to come right in here, you're going to click this right here, and you're going to click edit workflow to get to the page. Okay, once you click that, it will then open up and look just like this. So first thing we have to do once we have this, because it's already all been configured, all the settings are properly dialed in, we want to make sure that you have the proper emails plugged in here. So if we come right up in here, we want to make sure we have the copy for all of these properly configured. And that is where the AI prompts, okay, if we come right over here, come in handy tremendously. So we're going to come right in here. We're going to click AI prompts. You seen this, Paulson?
Yeah, I think that this is one of the things that people were commenting about is the missing products. So I see it
That's
on
weird that
your.
it brings the product in without the details. You know what I mean? It usually if it didn't bring anything in, it would have part of it. Yeah, it's like not even there. I can pull up the other one that I have.
Yeah, do you mind just updating the snapshot one time? Just push another update. So actually, while you're doing that, can you kind of show your screen of how you're updating for the folks that want to learn how to update a snapshot as well?
Let me get it pulled up.
Thanks for all your patience, guys and gals. Our goal is to make sure at the end of this workshop, you feel great about pushing your sales efforts. That's the goal.
Okay, let me come right into snapshots. I'm gonna switch screen share. Okay. You see my screen?
Not yet. Let's see. There it is. Okay, cool. Perfect.
So there's two kind of different ways you can update a snapshot. So the first one is refreshing it, which is going to update the base of it. Then you can push an update to all the sub accounts that are linked to it on your agency. So with this one, we click refresh snapshot, and it's going to go through. And it's basically going to refresh everything and all the updates you have made. And you can come in here. You're probably going to want to select all, make sure everything is going through with it. You can even check to be like, okay, we got membership products, we got pipelines, we got it all right here. And then you just click proceed. And it's going to say right there. Then if you have a bunch of sub accounts that are connected to your snapshot, and we go right over here, we're going to want to actually wait for this to load. One thing I do want to say to you guys, really important while this is loading, if you have a ton of sub accounts, you want to notify people if you're doing the push update, because it will override what they've already built or added on to what you've given them. This is disastrous. I've done it before. Like, please let them know, because it can like change everything. Like it can rewrite their website. So it's like really, really, you got to make sure you're letting people know and you do it the right way and they have backups. So for this one, you would just come in, you're going to click this little arrow up here. You're going to select all the sub accounts that you have connected to it. You're going to click proceed. You're going to select all of the assets right here. Proceed to check conflicts. It's going to go through, select all, confirm, and then you're done. So that's pretty much how you just update the basics of the snapshot. Does that kind of work, Paulson?
Yeah. That's perfect. So now give it 30 minutes before.
Right. I don't know.
If you refresh that, it should show. Unless you might have to log in incognito.
Yeah, that is also, guys, one thing about snapshots, if it ever is problems, you can always either clear the cache or go in incognito, and it should be all perfect. Also, too, for those of you guys who are in my community and group, we'll be going over the week with our live calls. We'll go over this if any of you guys are having trouble to make sure you also have it. So we'll definitely make sure this part all gets dialed. Paulson, we good to move on to the automations?
Yeah, yeah. So, but when if we're gonna go through the products, let's go through your account at least and show what it should look like in the products, though.
I already got it pulled
Okay,
up.
cool. Let's do that.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, I made sure we switched that one. I got doing. All right, let's go. So
Yeah. So, do we need a new snapshot link or is it the same link?
it should be the same one. It should be
Yeah.
good. And if afterwards, if it's still stuff's not going through, worst comes to worst, we can just generate a new link.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back. We're gonna go back into the email that we pulled up, which is this right here. We'll zoom this in for you guys right in here. And I'll try to speed up a bit, Paulson, just so for the sake of time, because I know we're going to have a lot of questions. But essentially, what we're going to do with all of these emails and really any of the placeholder outreach parts of these automations is we're going to generate the right copy. And the way we do this, okay, is by using the prompts. So if we come in here and you click the AI prompts with the course when it loads and you click AI prompts, it will pre-populate and you'll have a list of prompts as you see right here. And I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of people think with prompting, you can go to ChatGPT, you can go to Grok, Bard, whatever you use, and you can just say, give me a prompt that does X, Y, and Z, and it works perfectly. That is false. I'm telling you, it is so difficult to get something that works the right way every single time. From my experience, this prompt works pretty well and it's relatively simple. It's taken me forever to build, so please use it. It will help tremendously. Let me pull up ChatGPT. Make sure you guys pull up your AI. I'm doing this because you're going to need it for this to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy and paste this exact email campaign right here. Okay. And see how it already says 3 emails, 3 follow-ups. It's already got the automation framework in here, so it knows how many to generate. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right into ChatGPT or really any AI you guys are using, and we're going to paste this in, and we're just going to fill out a couple basic things here. So the first thing is your agency name. So we're just going to do GHL Wizard, but you're going to want to put your agency name in. Okay. We're going to come right down to niche. So whatever the niche you're going after. So we will just do hair salons. Your main offer, you're going to put AI smart website. And then in parentheses, you would say AI chatbots and voice agents attached. Again, you guys can put whatever offer you're going in here. Again, because I know some of you guys will want to use these prompts to sell other services. So you put really whatever in just like that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put your lead magnet in. Again, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it's basically giving someone something for free so that they buy. So like a Costco sample is a lead magnet, a Netflix free trial, a lead magnet. And what we're doing is we're giving them that 14-day free trial of the AI Smart website. So we're going to do 14-day free trial of AI Smart website. Okay. And then from there, we're looking good. We're just going to get rid of that. And then we're going to click enter.
I have a favor to ask you, Declan. Do you mind copying that prompt and just throwing it into the Facebook comments? Because I know a lot of people are still messaging
I'm
me.
not going to do that, man. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I got you.
I'm like, wait, if we make that happen, they don't need the products yet.
Let me
'Cause
do
I
it
think,
right now.
yeah, so that way they can just follow. I was like, if the main thing that are in the products are prompts, we can just give them the prompts.
What would you want? What about if I put it into a?
A doc.
Yeah, I could put them all in a doc if you want and share
Yeah,
them
let's just do
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that for you right now.
Yeah, we're trying to, and it says the update was
I'm gonna have Bianca. Bianca's in the chat. She's one of my members. Do you mind taking all of those and putting them into a Word doc and sharing it right now?
thank you, Bianca.
We'll get that all squared away. Yeah, guys, and here's the thing, just one last thing. I know there's some difficulties with getting it, but don't worry, we will make sure all of you get it. You get all of the assets in here because I know they're very valuable. So we
For
will make
sure.
sure
For sure.
we'll make sure you guys get it. You don't got to worry. We'll get it for you.
All right. So once you put this prompt in, what is it shooting at? What's happening here? Yeah.
It's basically sending you out, or it's basically building you out the entire campaign for your outreach automation. So if we come back in here, I built these specifically for these automations. So it's got the first email, it then has the follow-up emails, it then has the third email that goes out. It basically is a pre-built out campaign that you can use for this to work properly. So the thing is too about these are pretty good emails. Like they're not super spammy. They keep it relatively short. When you use like AI, a lot of time when people are like generate me email copy, it ends up being way too long. It ends up being like, lots of rocket ship emojis and it just kind of looks like stupid. But this is like very clean, very straightforward. I even had it reference, as you see down here, some cold email blogs that I trust really well. So it actually spins out pretty good quality emails. Again, guys, this took me a long time to do. I know it seems like a simple thing, but prompt engineering is actually kind of difficult, believe it or not, to get it to work the right way. So what we can do now is we can come through here and we can just copy and paste and take what we have here and put it over into said outreach. So did you guys get this pulled up real quick? So you guys see this right here? Colton, you see this?
Yep. I see ChatGPT. Yep.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to come right in here. And the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to take the subject line of the email that it generates. And then we're going to come right on back to our outreach automation. And we're going to click this email right here. Okay. And we're going to come right in here and we're going to put in the subject. So if you guys are not aware, I might as well show you this right now. This is more of an automations piece, but I'll show you right here. Once you put the subject in, to get all of this stuff, the from email and the from name to always pop up, this is just a little automations hack. You can come right into settings and you can plug the default stuff in here. And that will make it pre-populate every time. That's a big time save. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't know that. But right in the settings, guys, if you put the email you want to use on your high level account and the name, it will pop up every time for these emails. But for this, I'm just kind of walking you through this relatively quickly. So we're just going to use dummy stuff. Hey, Paulson, is this zoomed in enough? Let me know. For me, it looks big.
Yeah, if you don't mind going to like 140, yeah, that's always better because the actual screen size is smaller than full screen.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
So we're gonna paste the subject right here. You're gonna put in your from name. I'm just gonna do Declan. Your name at gmail.com. Again, you want to put in your actual email and name, and then right here we're gonna want to copy and paste it right into here. And again, I couldn't build out message templates for you guys because everyone's business is different. So it would look really bad if everyone was using the same thing. But then we can copy this right here. Okay. And then we can paste it. And then you just want to make sure, some basic proper spacing is in here. But other than that, I mean, if we come right back into here where you see this, it's generated all of it for you. So you're not having to do the guesswork. Again, I recommend you always look over what you have. Don't just trust AI blindly. I think it's very important to just take a quick look. But for the most part, this is pretty good. It's clear. It's not being over the top. There's not a lot of emojis. It's pointing out the lead magnet, and it's simple. And that's really the way you want it to be. So if you want to start your own AI business today, don't worry, I got you. I have this entire thing built into a snapshot. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to throw in a 30-day free trial of Go High Level right down below. That way you can come and get started risk-free and try out High Level and this system. Again, it's right down below. And I'm also going to be adding in a bunch of free bonuses to help you on this journey and give you a little extra hand-holding so you don't feel stuck. Okay, so that's over 4 live coaching calls per week. So you can hop on Zoom, talk to me, talk to other coaches, and get help like that. Okay, a bunch of extra trainings and courses and materials to help you out, extra snapshots, extra done for you automation, sales scripts, AI prompts, private community where you can post and ask questions, and so much more. And again, all of that is free if you're using High Level. You do not have to pay me a dime. Again, you get all of that plus this entire system by going down below, signing up with that free trial, and then you can get right into the community and get started as soon as today. But if you have any questions or hesitations, feel free to drop them in the comments down below so we can answer them as soon as possible. Let's get right back to the video. So we're coming right back in here. You're going to want to make sure you have it all pasted. You want to make sure you have your from name, your email, and your subject, and then you're going to click Save Action. So our first email has been properly configured. Then we're going to come right on down to email number 2. So what I want to say, this is really important. This is pretty much for all the automations they follow this framework. There are the emails that are going to go out first, where if they say yes or open it, okay, or they it opens it, it will then send a different email versus if they didn't open it at all. And the email for them not opening is the same one, copy, paste, which is, if we come right back in here, right, this right here, it's the same one. And then all the others are different though, because you're basically just copy and pasting. So now all you have to do with that being said is we're going to come through, you copy the same thing I just did for the first one, and you're going to take this exact same body, then you're going to come right back and you're going to put it in each one of these. Does that make sense? Would that be pretty clear?
Yeah. So what you're saying in simple terms is you have a prompt, you throw it into GPT, shoots out a set of emails for cold prospecting. One is great for the prospects that received the email. The other is designed for a non-opened or unread email.
Yes.
Got it. And then that basically will prompt them to open the email as a follow-up.
Yep. It's fully automated.
Okay.
Once you have it running, it's fully automated. And it even, you'll see here, like it has timeouts. It waits for them to reply. It updates, opportunity. I mean, it goes through everything here. I mean, you can see like right here, it waits a day, it sends a new email if they open it. Like the whole point of this, guys, is to work smarter, not harder. And a lot of people's automations, they kind of just send out a bunch of emails and they don't know who's responding, they don't know what's going on, or really any cold outreach method, or really any outreach method in general. With this, you're being data driven. Okay.
Got it.
And one thing I will say, which I will shoot you guys some videos after this, I have full videos on my YouTube channel going and adding AI chatbots to this and doing all kinds of stuff to help even boost it further. So that you can get really crazy with this. But the thing that I just did, or not the thing, but the email that I just copied and pasted right in here, you do that same process for every single one. Just right in order, copy, paste. I mean, it literally labels exactly what you got to do. Follow up, second follow up.
Yeah. So it's basically an email and then an unopened email step. Email, then an unopened email step. Another email, unopened email step. Basically just going through how many total steps are there?
There are, let me zoom out and show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
3, 4. So that means there's total 8, including the unopened prompt as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Cool. Now, the other question before we go any further, how do I get how am I getting the emails as the agency for the prospect? Like, are these people visiting my landing page and they're interacting with my voice AI or conversation AI? Like, how am I generating the prospective emails?
Yeah, that's something we're going to touch on in just a bit once I go through all
Okay,
of them.
cool.
What I will say about lists, and this is really important for everybody, there's a lot of compliance rules around this, and I want to make sure that we're following that, because a lot of people on YouTube that are just recommending you spam people. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you in a bit. There's a couple different ways. I also have videos on that on my YouTube. That's like a whole special topic. It's not super hard to do, but it just depends on where you're at, depending on you're in America, you're overseas, but we will go over that.
Okay,
We'll
perfect. Yeah,
let's
perfect. Let's keep going.
Okay, so if we come back in, you see my screen pulsing?
Yep, yep.
Automation's perfect. So if we come back, okay, we are going to now have the cold outreach SMS drip sequence. So now this is a way to get clients via SMS. So we're going to pull up this workflow, and then we're going to go over this as well. And again, you guys are starting to see it's the same exact pattern with all of these. You take the prompt, You generate it, you copy paste, and it's the same exact thing.
And it's designed, it seems like it's designed as like an inspiration. As you get to know your industry, you should be able to come back and have better quality messaging or things that strike the needle for them that matters to that industry. Like, would you suggest that, Declan? Like, if I'm getting used to like plumbers, I can craft messaging around plumbing a little bit better versus just this being a bit more broad stroke, or do you think this will work either way?
It works either way, but in all of the prompts, I have a niche. So you
Okay,
select the
got it.
niche, and then once you put in the niche, it will gear towards plumbers.
So for each industry, I should have separate outreach messaging.
You technically don't have to, but I would recommend. So this is actually, I'm really happy you asked this. This is a super high level question you just asked. So high level, yeah. But the idea is that for prospecting, that is networking, cold calling, walking into businesses, going to business events, like that kind of prospecting, that's very much easier to hit anyone. And it's easy at clients. For more specific stuff like outreach, it is better to get narrower. So, like outreach being outreach systems, paid advertising, that kind of stuff, you want to be a little more narrow. So you're calling out the direct person. For a lot of other stuff, though, and the other ways, you can be as broad as you want. But that's why I put that little thing in every prompt. Like I'll show you right here. If you guys can see this right here, in every one of these, I make sure we put niche.
Yeah,
You see
which
that?
makes sense. Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it helps so much. It makes it a little more geared towards their problems. And AI has gotten so smart now that what it can do is it can take, okay, the niche and go, okay, what's the pain point of a plumber? Like, what's the thing that it won't just be like, hey, do you want more business? It'll be like, hey, do you want more hot water installs?
Yeah.
It knows.
Yeah. So quick question. So let's say I'm working with plumbers today, and in like a month, I'm going to focus on, let's say, pest control. Do I duplicate your entire workflow into a whole new prospecting system, or can I just change the email step on the ones that I've already installed? Like, what do you recommend?
That's another great question. Yeah, you could duplicate very easily. It depends
Okay.
on what you're doing. If you're testing, Paulson, and you're just going through, and let's say you're coming in and you're trying to just play with these automations, I would say you can get away with just changing out the email steps. But if you come in and you're like, I'm doing well with plumbers, but I want HVAC, you can come right into these three dots and click copy workflow or duplicate workflow if you want to move it sub accounts, and then you'll have two, and then you're good to go. So great question. That way you can use this for multiple places.
Yeah. Well, there's also like smart list and tagging that allows you to remarket to that same group of prospects later properly, right?
Yes. Yeah. So there's for this is another thing too. I don't want to get too into this because this starts getting really advanced, but there's different kinds of outreach. There's outreach to, warmer outreach, there's colder outreach, there's, people that you have in your ecosystem, there's people that are completely cold. So it's like this is more geared towards colder because that's a lot of beginners. You don't got a YouTube channel. You don't have the clout yet. You don't have a big email list. So that's kind of like the idea is like very beginner friendly. You can start as soon as today sort of thing.
Yeah. Can I give a recommendation to everybody here after building three agencies? Um, it's much easier to sell services to someone who has already purchased similar services. So, for example, if you're selling Facebook ads, it's easier to sell Facebook ads to someone who's already previously invested in Facebook ads versus you being the first one educating them on Facebook ads. And it's the first time they ever dealt with Facebook ads, just as a business concept, right? So, from this standpoint, my recommendation is just focus on one industry until you get to like 50 clients, and then you can expand
Yeah.
as you want to. I'm not saying niche down forever. I'm saying give yourself a sales focus until you confirm the offer, you have enough momentum, you built enough case studies, and then you expand. Okay, okay, I'm gonna get off the high horse here.
No, it's funny because me and Sean Clark on the interview talked about that exact thing.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, yeah, right. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right.
Yeah, I'm on the lane of expanding. Like I think you should serve multiple industries if you have the ability to do so with the team and systems. But a lot of times people start off, you know, trying to boil the ocean,
Yeah.
and it's really difficult. It's hard. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Perfect. All right. So what we're gonna do now, and because I know we're pushing time here, I'm gonna just
We're gonna, if you're okay with it, guys and gals, we're just gonna take as long as we need. It's gonna just be a long day. We're gonna
if
get
you
things
guys are
done.
down for a longer,
Yeah, we're about to do the, the good old streaming style instead of webinar.
yeah, right.
But I want to make sure this is going to be extremely beneficial. Tomorrow, you should be able to start prospecting. That's my goal for all of you that are watching. There's hundreds of you watching, so we appreciate your patience. Um, I know things could have been avoided if we had prepped a little bit more. That's on me. But either way, we want to make sure we're delivering value to you, and that's the goal here. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, real quick for Mark, I see you in the chat. Voicemail drops are one of the hidden gold mines in high level, and I'm going to go over them. So few people do this. So few people, and they're so. I think they're actually free to do. I mean, they're insane. They're. I'll walk you through it here in a sec,
Yeah.
but just absolutely amazing. So we are going to move back onto the SMS. Okay. Did you see my
Sweet.
screen?
Yep. See the screen.
Okay, so right in here, we have a very similar automation, except it's a little bit different because it's geared towards SMS. If you don't know what SMS is, it is text message marketing. Okay. Again, we're going to go into list stuff in a bit. You got to be careful with just bombarding people with text messages because there's a lot of rules around this. Again, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
letting you know because a
Only,
lot of
only,
people go headfirst into this crap and it's like, be careful
yeah.
with
Only text to people that are existing leads in your ecosystem. That, like, you have proof that they opted into your world.
Exactly. So, right. Yeah, this is a big one. This is a big one. All right. So, the thing though is, guys, text message marketing is absurdly powerful. I mean, I know people that will run this stuff and you get hot leads and clients ASAP. Now, again, it's not a promise, but it's the kind of thing where like it's so intimate because you're popping up on someone's phone. It's not like an email where it's going to promotions or you maybe get in. It's much more intimate. So just like with the other AI prompt we have, we're going to come right in here. We're going to take a look at it. It's a little bit similar, but it's a little bit different because SMS is shorter. We're going to come right back to this page right here. As you guys see, Bianca should have dropped all this into a Word doc for you guys. But if we come right in here, you will see cold SMS AI prompt. And we're going to copy this right here. Okay. And then we're going to come all the way back to ChatGPT and we're going to do the same thing before. Again, I know I've said this a lot of times, but guys, this took me so long to build and test. Like to get this stuff to actually work properly, it took forever. Please take advantage of it. Okay, like this stuff isn't something you just build in a day. Like it's a lot of repetitions of making better. And I've gotten clients with this. Like this, I tested this. This is good stuff. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of this. So first things first, again, agency name. We're gonna do GHL Wizard just like before, but you put in the agency name or the business name you're going after. We're gonna come right down here, down, 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 down.
Niche and service. Yeah.
Niche, very important. Niche is very important. So you're going to we'll do landscaper.
And take this and make it better, you guys. Like I'm on the side of improving what you receive all the time, that because you have industry expertise or you've done enough research in a certain industry to know what makes sense. Like when I was in dentistry, I realized dentists didn't want more patients.
Yeah.
Everybody else, all my competitors that were agencies were selling, sending them teeth whitening and random consultations where I send them less leads, but they were all for like implants or Invisalign. They were just like high ticket, right? So I knew it wasn't the number of leads that mattered to them. They wanted less patients that were just bigger cases, right? So every industry has its quirkinesses and things that you should just learn as you study those prospects. So yeah, so we changed the niche, we changed the service. You're putting in the offer a 14-day trial of AI Smart website. And if you're not doing a trial, what would you put in there?
If you're more advanced, you can put a, let's say, like, hey, it'll be 1,000 set up this. But what I'd recommend, if they're not super hot, is I would say, hey, let's see how we can get you started today. Book a free strategy session, risk free.
Right,
But you just hook
right.
up a calendar. Again, if you have a warm audience, for some of you guys who are more advanced, we already have clients that will basically buy whatever you tell them to, which is an awesome place to get, which is possible, but that takes a lot of trust. A call is best with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
And we don't recommend you cold texting people that you've never talked to before. Like that is not recommended in anywhere. So this would only
yeah,
apply, in my opinion, for existing people that have already opted in. They've had conversations with you and you're following up essentially. But now in ChatGPT, you're using the cold scripting, so it gives you the best message.
yes, yes, and again, there may be people like a database reactivation campaign thing where they opted in a little bit ago. You haven't talked to them recently, but again, yeah, Paulson's totally right. Read the compliance laws. I know every country is different. Not everyone's from the United States, but just that's why the list part of this, Paulson, is I'm more going light on it just because there's so many variables
Yeah,
that
yeah.
go into this. But once you have all of this, you're just going to click enter, and it's
Yeah,
going
and
to
we're
be
not providing compliance advice. This is inspirational. Just so
exactly.
you're aware.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I
yeah,
just like to tell people to go out and look. You know what I mean? Don't just stay ignorant. Go research it. All right. So right in here, we basically have the text messages that you can add into your campaign, just like
yeah,
this. So just like before, you can just copy what we have here. Okay. We can come all the way back
yeah,
to said outreach automation and same thing, plug it in.
yeah. Can we do something fun real quick? Can you go back to that chat GPT and
Absolutely.
ask it to rewrite that in casual language in less words? And I bet you it'll come out with rewrite
Re-
this casual talking language with less words.
Rewriting casual talking
Language.
and less words. So
Let's see what it comes up with.
in less words. Yeah, these look like longer almost.
Yeah, that did not help. Well, so maybe some of it, but either way, get creative, guys and gals. Like you don't have to take it. Don't copy and paste. Like just get creative in what you know about the industry and who you're talking to. Um, like it's totally okay for you to ask your prospects like, hey, what do you think about these cold messages? I used to do that with dentists. I would ask them, hey, can you give me feedback on my presentations, my demo presentations? And they would like, I had a dentist who helped me rewrite my dental demo presentation. That like helped me quite a bit back then. All right, let's keep going. Sorry to interrupt here.
No, you are totally good, man. Yeah, feel free to stop anytime because these are great golden nuggets, Paulson. Simple stuff like this, like making sure you guys, never just stay with the status quo, always upgrade. So we got this right here. We're just going to copy what we have, okay, or whatever message that you think would be best. Again, if you want to add more, you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the automation that we had, okay, and we're going to add it in right in here. Simple as that. Okay. Save action. And you do the same process for these outreach automations that we did for the email. You come back in here and you take all of them, the same idea. There's follow-ups involved. You copy paste once you have your proper copy. And we built this so it can be as fast as possible. So then we come right back in here and you just put it right back in, just like that.
Okay, and SMS is different than voice drops, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to get into voice drops here in a sec. So SMS is strictly texting. Voicemail drops is where you like a voicemail basically gets triggered to a bunch of numbers. So it's not like it calls them and then rings a bunch of times and leaves a voicemail. It'll just call and hang up, which is
Okay.
actually super powerful. I mean, everyone gets a voicemail about their
Yeah.
insurance, you know.
Yeah, and for the SMS, there's no secondary set of messages, right? Like unread or unopened or non-replied. It's just like the
So if you
or
see
the
right here, yeah, if they don't reply, it'll go into a second attempt. And then it goes down. And we basically have it just branching off bit by bit for each of those. And one thing, guys, again, I had to not put in like everything for this presentation. Otherwise, it would be like a 19-hour live stream. But I want to let you guys know I will link a bunch of videos at the end of this that are on my YouTube channel that are amazing, that go into like adding AI chatbots into this and adding extra stuff. Okay, again, it's a bigger setup, but you can go crazy with high level. I mean, high level can literally do almost anything with this. So don't worry, we have a lot more, especially in the group guys on the live calls. We go over this. There's a lot of other amazing things you can do with this. And more stuff comes out day by day. So I just want to make that clear. But essentially, guys, once you have that all filled out and you've gone through and you've copied and pasted, you've taken everything you need, you come back here and you just paste it right in like that. And it's as simple as that. And then again, once you run through your first campaign, look back, see where it worked, see where it didn't, and improve. But any questions on that, Paulson, before we move on to voicemail drops?
I think we are good. Just to reiterate, when you don't get a reply from text messages, do you follow up or is it like you just ignore it? Like what is the unopened or unread mechanism for text like you have for email?
I just have, if we come right in here, if they replied
Okay,
or
so if
not.
they don't reply,
I mean, yeah, we obviously
non-reply.
have opt-out language on all of them.
Okay, gotcha. Got it. Cool. Okay, let's keep going to voice drops.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going to come right in here. I'm going to
Oh, real quick, what's the timeline difference between emails versus text?
yeah. Text is fast. Text is like you get message back pretty quick.
But I
But
guess what I'm saying is like automation one, right? You first send out an email. How long do you wait before you send the text messages? Like, what's the timing? Or is it one big flow and then eventually they go through emails, then text, then voice drops? Is it one big flow or is this happening simultaneously?
great question. I'm not 100% sure. Do you mind repeating it?
So are you sending emails and SMS at the same time?
I see. Okay. Yeah. Great question. No, but you can. And I have another automation that does three things at once, which we're going to get to in a
Okay.
second.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
But
Uh, yeah, keep
no,
going.
no, go continue. You were about to finish saying something?
No, no, I'm not a techie, so I ask the dumb questions and I intentionally keep myself not so smart around the high level stuff so I can think outside the box a little bit here.
No,
So
I appreciate it. It's making me think too. It's good. It's good.
cool.
Um, I would say, actually, again, man, you are asking really good questions. I would recommend that if you guys are going through outreach, and we'll put in more videos on other methods, but I would recommend starting with one thing. I see people that are like, I'm gonna launch my cold emails, my cold SMS, my WhatsApp, and it gets kind of freaky to track. Because if you get a ton of different people scheduling calls with you, which can happen if you do this the right way, it is like, where are people coming from? What's going on? And even if you have the right system, it can be overwhelmed. So I would recommend starting with one, getting traction. And once you find something that works, this is what I tell everybody, you just do more of it. It's that simple. If you are good at networking and you land a client networking, just 10x your networking. And it's the same thing with this. You don't have to dip your toes in every bit of water. Now, I recommend you try stuff, but like once you find that one thing that has gotten you success, just hammer it. And that's ultimately, in my opinion, the best way to prospect. But yeah, great question. All right, let me pull the voicemail drop. You guys see my voicemail drops right here?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So these are very, very simple. Again, to break down what this is, all you're doing is adding numbers in, and it's going to ring them once and drop a voicemail. So it's basically like voicemail prospecting, and it's very simple. We have the contact tag, which is already in, which you just add to the contacts on your contact list that you have opted in. Once you add that trigger, which we will go over kind of stuff in the contacts here later in the video, once you add that, what it's going to do is it's going to send them all a voicemail. Now, I saw some people in the comments like Tammy seeing if we could see ones that I've recorded. I don't have it in here right now, but I can create a YouTube video on this and go over best ways to create voicemails. I have had some decent success with this. What I will say about voicemails is keep it relatively short and straight to the point. Right? What a lot of people do is they try to come across like trying to be their friend or saying some really stupid stuff. Don't do that. Be clear, not clever, but almost use like a hook framework, like in a video. Like start with something powerful and then lead into your offer, because people know, like they're not. It's not one of those things where you can get by. Like, hey, like I'm kind of like you moving around the subject. It's best to be direct with voicemails, but you can always lead with like, hey, I called your Google My Business profile. No one answered the phone. You guys could use an AI voice agent. You see what I'm saying? Like you start with some sort of problem or call out, like a hook, and then you basically go in your solution. Don't say like, oh, we were friends a long time ago, or something like that. It's just going to be stupid. Again, these are being mass sent out. So you upload those voicemails, and then from there you're good to go. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is a hidden gold mine within High Level. All right. This is actually something that I stumbled across, I think about 2 years ago. I was relatively new to it. Blew my mind. Didn't even know you could do this in High Level. Amazing. Like,
Yeah.
amazing. And guess what? There's no A2P verification for this. That's awesome. So that's voicemail drops. They're very simple. The automation is there. Great way to get paying clients. And you can hit a lot of people very quickly with that. So one of the things I want to do real quick is just show you some of the people that are winning right now in my community with AI. Okay, that way you can see that this is real people getting real results, and that even if you're a beginner, you can do this. Quick disclaimer, okay, this takes hard work. This is not a get rich quick thing. You have to make sure that you come in and you actually put the effort in. It's not just like you're going to walk in and make a bunch of money. You have to actually apply yourself. But if you do work hard and you do, really put in the effort and go through all the material I have, you can absolutely change your life with this. So what I want to do is show you a quick couple videos of real people winning. Check this out right here.
Yeah, my sales have gone up by at least 25%, and I'm making $30,000 a month with my AI agency. And just special thanks to Declan and his free partnership. It's been amazing, and I highly recommend it.
If you remember, when I started on with you, I was broke, right? I was unemployed. Thanks to your help, Declan, and the partnership, I was able to sell 3 clients this month. One for $1,000 recurring, $1,500 recurring, and $2,500 recurring.
Thanks so much to Declan. I was able to land 3 clients in my first month, one for $997 a month, one for $2,500 a month, and one for $450.
Because I know how much you got per month now? Close to.
So this month we're gonna eclipse 50K.
Look at that. I mean, my God. Now let me move on.
One thing I'll tell you, for those that are watching, be selective with voice drops. Like when I think back to the old agency days, voice drops were used often as like the volatility insurance. So like let's say your calendars are not full and you have sales guys that are, pounding the phones or Zooms, and whenever their calendars are not full, we would do voice drops and fill up their calendars. Because if you send out, let's say you have 1,000 people on your list, you send out voice drops and you don't have enough ability to fill that traffic, well, you're just wasting your voice drops, right? So, like sometimes we trickle it where it just fields enough appointments to the sales guys, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like it's used as like a volatility insurance. So whenever your calendars are not full, you send out 100 at a time, or 100 at a time, or 300 at a time, and then fill up all your sales teams instead of just blasting away. Because if you blast it, you're just like going through your entire prospect list at once, just all in one day. And if you're not even picking up the phone calls, or getting in front of Zooms with these prospects, you're just wasting effort, if that makes sense.
100%. It also is great to add into other automations by hitting them through multiple points, which is actually where this segues perfectly into, which is the ultimate multi-channel outreach, which is adding 3 different methods into one. Let me get this pulled up real quick. Okay. Did it pull up?
I see the workflow list right now, if that's what you're asking. Are you showing
Yeah,
a
it's just
different
taking
screen?
it.
Okay, there it is.
The automation is taking a bit to buffer. Can you see it?
Yeah, yep. So we're looking at ultimate multi-channel outreach. So what does that mean exactly?
It's yeah, right. It's basically reaching out via multiple different outreach methods. So
God.
McKinsey and Company, they're a huge consulting firm. I'm sure you guys know of them. They're gigantic. They had a big study they put out saying that in 2023, they wrote this and beyond, you are more likely to land clients if you go more than 2 outreach methods per lead. And then every time you up it, you get closer. Just like if you were to send a letter to someone, then do a business walk-in, then do a cold call, then run a paid ad, like all these things, it gets a hold of a lot of people where with certain outreach methods, like you may launch out a bunch of emails, but you may have a qualified lead that just didn't get your email. This kind of guarantees that you get a hold of them, so to
Got it.
speak.
So it's
So with this,
omnipresent market.
100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's exactly what it is. You're just blitzing through a bunch of different methods. And I actually recommend if you guys are really going next level and you're doing like local prospecting, you can come in here and you can add in extra stuff. So like walk-ins, direct mail, cold calls on top of this to really boost your efforts. And with this, it's the same framework. You can just use SMS, email. I don't have a prompt for this one. We can generate one for it, but it's using the same framework as the others, and then going in, putting in a voicemail, and it's basically just contacting them through a bunch of different methods. And it goes through, as you see, making sure if people responded or not, click the trigger links, going through, and it's just a massive outreach tool. And I actually do recommend you pair this with like in-person stuff. It can be so powerful because again, there are so many people that you will reach out to that are interested in buying your guys' services, but they just don't know you exist. And sometimes in cold email, or you message them a long time ago, or however you go about it, isn't enough to get their attention. You have to go like a step further to get their attention. So that's essentially what this is, and I think it's extremely powerful to pair with other prospecting strategies.
Got it. Okay. So we have emails, we have text messages, we have voice drops, and now we're looking at it from a multi-channel outreach. So how does this automation flow complement or conflict with the last one you showed? Like, is this secondary to the other one, or is this like you pick and choose the last one versus this one for the prospect, or like what's the relationship?
Yeah, great question. This partially is if you have a list where you have not just emails, you have phone number, you have everything. So this is if you have like the full list. I would also say this is best for if you have warmer people.
So it's
Because
more of a retargeting play.
yeah, good, great way to put it. Yeah, it's more of like once you have people in your ecosystem, get a hold of them at all costs. Like really getting in front of their faces, making sure you can do this cold, but it's sometimes like a lot. It's not to say you can't, but this is great for once you kind of have a little more people in your ecosystem, and it works amazingly. So that's kind of like the way I'd put it. But yeah, that's a great way to put it, Bolson. More of a
Yeah,
retard.
and how do I know as an agency if somebody's warm versus still cold when it comes to this prospecting method? Like, is there like a tagging system that tells me who's warmer, or is there like some sort of like labeling that tells me like, okay, this person interacted with us or replied or responded or something? Like, how do I know what's cold and warm?
Like in your list, you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, like when, because this is all cold to begin with, right? When do I figure out when they're warm so I can launch the multi-channel outreach system with that?
Yeah, I actually have a couple videos on this I have like
Okay.
an automated pipeline video. Man, you you're really promoting the right stuff. I love this. Yeah, I have video that goes in depth. Again, I didn't want to put all of these other little parts in this because it would just be high level everything. I had to keep it somewhat
Okay.
specific. But
Cool.
I have a really great video, guys. Maybe Bianca will drop it in the comments, and it is essentially a fully automated sales pipeline. And the way it works is it goes through a process where it tags people, whether they responded to you. There's a whole scoring system, and it goes
Okay.
through that to base whether they're warm or not. For this, a lot of this is, did they book an appointment? Did they call you? It's more the basic stuff. But with that video, it goes over like all of
Got
that, basically having the fully automated pipe. Because one thing too, Paulson, is some people have different sales processes. Some people just hop on Zooms. Some people have it go to a guy. Some people have setters. Like it has different things that are kind of in there.
Got it. Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
Okay, let us pull up the last one. Okay, the last one, I'm telling you guys right now, this one is a goodie. Paulson, may I use the restroom really fast on the spot?
Yeah, of course.
Because this last one is big.
Yeah. So for those of you that are watching, put in the comments of like questions that you might have for clarity. We will do a Q&A. I know today's session is going longer than usual, but we have great intentions behind this to make sure you feel confident, you feel great about what you have going on. And here's what I'll tell you. You don't need all these things that Declan is showing. You just need a beginning step to get launched, right? Like you just need something as a starting point. Once you get one or two or even just five simple prospects that are reaching out to you, engaging with you, what I would recommend is this: talk to those prospects and tell them, hey, I'm starting out my business. Could you give me feedback of how I engaged with you? I want feedback so I can engage with people much easier, much better. Like in my old dental agency, the first couple of clients that I had in dentistry, I told them very clearly, hey, I'm starting out my business. I would love for you to partner up with me. And I would give them a fee, a finder's fee, to help me find other dental clients. And I'll ask them, hey, can you review my demo with me? Like, what do you think about this demo presentation? Dude, my demo went from like 100 slides to like 4 after one of those calls. And I'm like, I only need to talk about what's important, which is helping them get results. My original demos had systems, right? It's like, here's how I'm going to deliver all, like, it was like a show of how I'm going to fulfill the actual promised offers, not talking about the results that I would deliver. They don't care how you deliver the results. They care about the results themselves, the quality of the results. So if you're starting out in high level, if you are a SaaSpreneur, don't talk about the tech stuff. Don't get feature friendly. Like they want to know how many people are walking in through the front door. That's it. At the end of the day, that's what most businesses care about. And if they have a virtual business, great. They just want to know how many people are engaging with them virtually. And I mean that. I mean, talk to your prospects, your first couple of clients, ask them to partner up with you, get feedback from them, then improve. And if you have less than 25 clients, the only thing that matters is setting appointments, closing appointments, setting appointments, closing appointments, setting appointments, closing appointments. Your systems don't matter. Your assembly line don't matter. Your SOPs don't matter. Your ClickUp doesn't matter. Your high level doesn't matter. What matters is you being on top of your sales pipeline, because your sales pipeline will be a reflection of how you launch. Anyways, welcome back.
Yeah, no, that was great. I heard part of the benefits over deliverables all day.
Right. So what else do we need to cover on this call when it comes to the sales, the self-selling sales process, right? That's what we told everybody.
Was that what you were going over?
No. I was just sharing, how to get feedback from prospective clients early on to make it better. Someone said, let Declan talk now, so I'm going to stop.
I know. Okay, let me pull up this last one for you guys. Do you guys see my screen? Just right here.
Yep.
Is it you see the? Oh no, this is the ultimate multi-channel. Why? Where's the WhatsApp? Why is it not popping up? Paulson, I wanted to say thanks again for hosting this, man. I really do appreciate this.
I'm having a lot of fun because this is. I know when it's a real business owner teaching from real business operations. You know.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it to load. It's pre-populated.
Okay, cool. Yeah, right now we see the ultimate multi-channel workflow. There it is. Okay, so this is WhatsApp, huh?
Yeah. So this, guys, this is a big one. So I didn't think much of WhatsApp for a very long time, other than when I went out of the country. That was it. But I know a guy who lives in Abu Dhabi who basically told me all about this after I watched a YouTube video. He hopped on a call with me. Oh, WhatsApp, it's amazing. Didn't believe him. Okay, I was like, it's not that great. Started dabbling in WhatsApp outreach and playing with stuff like that. And it's insane. It's basically like a hybrid between email and text message. Okay. It's very inexpensive. So it's like email, yet it is very intimate like SMS. It is like the perfect blend. And I've noticed that if you have the right WhatsApp list and you're active on WhatsApp and a couple other things, you can absolutely crush with this. I mean, I've been blown away by this. And this is something I've only figured out recently. I did not know you could do outreach via WhatsApp. So you can also hit people in the United States with this because I know it's more popular overseas, but there's a lot of places outside of America, like businesses you can target that actually have very strong currencies. So England, this works great in England. England has a very strong currency. The pound is stronger than the dollar. Okay. You got a lot of places in the UAE, out in the Middle East. You have a lot of Europe. Like WhatsApp is big over there. It's huge. This is a gold mine. Okay. And again, it's very simple. It's just like the others, but it's extremely powerful and unused. So to use this, we have the automation. We come right back to where are the prompts at? You see the prompts they pulled up?
Yep, I see the cold SMS. If you, yep, there it is.
We
Cool.
take the cold WhatsApp AI prompt. This one's a big
Okay.
one. We're going to come back to Chat GPT. We're going to paste this in right here. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. So agency name, follow along right with me. GHO Wizard. Niche. Okay, let's put in, we'll do plumbing. Offer. I'm going to do AI smart website. Guys, just this exact way, just follow us, AI smart website. Let's leave it like that. And then lead magnet will be 14-day free trial of AI smart website with 24/7 sales and customer support.
You meant four, right? Not 7.
Oh, 20. I was going to say, am I tripping? All right, we got it. We got it. All right. And then we just click enter, just like that.
Okay, and you're generating WhatsApp messages.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
And
compared to this to like SMS, like A2P, is that still a thing for WhatsApp, or like is it a gray area, or?
it's, I'll be honest, if you want the real answer, it's a gray area because here's the thing. It's social media, but it's not. Like WhatsApp, I'm actually amazed by WhatsApp. It is part of Meta. It is part of the Facebook universe, yet it's a number exchange, but it's not a number. Like it's really weird. It's a mixture of things. So it's almost like cold DMing on social media, which I have other videos on, which is very powerful. I mean, we all get cold DMs on social media. It's similar to that, but it's a lot of grays because it's used all around the world. See, with text messaging and then with A2P, it's very much in America, but it's like it's used everywhere with different countries, different jurisdictions. So again, I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I'm not gonna go in on that. But yeah, it's from what I've seen, gray area, and it's awesome. It works very well, especially if you're active on WhatsApp and you know how to do it. It's a game changer. Let us switch that. So let me go back to, you guys see the ChatGPT?
Yep.
So same thing, copy. We come back. This is where I'm not going to go too in depth on this right now. Keep sharing that one. Is it showing the WhatsApp code blitz?
Yep.
Perfect. This is where I'm not going to go super into the whole template versus utility or marketing versus utility messages on WhatsApp. The reason being, I have a long, like 45-minute video on this exact thing. And we will be on the call forever if I go over this, but I recommend you go to my channel and you watch that. But that breaks down step by step the difference between sending a marketing template versus a utility template. I don't know if you know about that, Paulson.
Yep.
Yeah, it's broken down. I'll kind of skip over that just because it's a whole other topic. But once you understand that basic part, you just plug in your marketing messages and you're good to go. Simple as that. So
Brilliant. So far, here's what I have in my head. We're leading the charge with the AI Smart website. You can charge $1,000 for setup or $3,000 for setup. Then you have a monthly fee. That's the offer. You're starting with the 14-day trial, and you're setting up the AI employee for yourself, essentially, that'll field prospective customers that come to the website for yourself. But either way, you're using this as an outreach method, which is email, text, and voice drops.
we got all of the channels.
Sweet. So what's next?
So a couple things. So the first thing is I want to touch on a little bit of the self-selling aspect. I'm just going to show you the part of the demo. And then I also have a sales script I want to show you. Even though I know it's self-selling, some of you guys, it'd be better if I just kind of walk you through part of the.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I get that all pulled up though. Give me just 1 second, Paulson. Is
Yep.
it popping up?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let me just make sure this is. It's just loading a second. Okay, so one of the things I want to show you guys real quick is something that I've added in here, and it should be in the media library, is a little self-selling video that walks them through it. So if we click the preview link and it comes in, there's going to be a pop-up that pops up on the page once it loads. So you see my screen?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You see this little video that pops up?
Yeah.
This basically, when they come to the smart website after you've kind of gone through automations or you're showing someone in person, however, this is just something that's really important. And you can add this in. It's already part of the library or the media library that I've added in. But what this has in it is basically very simple instructions for them to try out the chat bot and to try out the AI voice agent, then to go up and secure their 14-day free trial. I know some of you guys said you didn't have the banner. Don't worry. We're going to get all of the updated snapshot to you. But this is really important because what I've experienced, and this is my experience, so just take this because this is my experience. All the people I've landed with smart websites were blown away by just trying the AI and seeing how it sells their customers. Now, we talked about this earlier, but this is really powerful with a lot of demos and a lot of like, hey, you guys want this website, you want Facebook ads. It doesn't make a lot of sense to the business owners. But if they can come in, okay, and you can prompt them to go, hey, call the AI voice agent with your phone. Call it right now. Ask it to, book a plumbing appointment. Come down here. Ask it to, book a call or book a call or, ask it a question down here. They see how it sells their prospective customers. This is huge. And this is what's worked really well for me, like ridiculously well, because they're seeing firsthand how it's going to solve their problems, as opposed to just like cool, a website or cool ads. Like they don't really get that. They can see, oh my gosh, well, we can totally answer calls on the weekends now. like amazing. It can, ask where my location is, what we're doing. And if you guys haven't seen day one, make sure you go watch it. We go over, I give it a quick call and test it. It's funny. It makes jokes. It sounds like a human, and it's only going to keep getting better. This is so powerful because it's selling them on their clients getting sold. And then once they see it, they see right up here, this try the AI site free for 14 days. They click this and it brings them in right here. Okay. Which is going to then be the smart form, which I'll let you know, I did update this recently. So the new snapshot, you will get it, I promise. But this part's pretty awesome, where depending on what they fill out here, which is called a smart form integration into a automation, it's going to basically segment them. So to make this really simple, they would come to this website. Once it loads, they'll see the pop-up. They try it, the demo, because they're prompted to demo it. Or if you're working, say, at a networking event where you're talking to someone in person, you would walk them through this. Then they are prompted, okay, to go in and get the lead magnet, which is try it for 14 days. And then in here, they fill out their form, and you can either do this for an existing website or build it all from scratch with the template I've given you. Either way, this opens you up to a monster amount of people, like huge. I don't know if you knew about this, Paulson. You can turn any website into an AI smart website using HighLevel's tools.
Gotcha.
And that's been something that's been like amazing that I've been doing. I just they go, hey, dude, we already got a WordPress website. Like, we good, bro. I'm like, don't worry, I can hook you up. And then they're like, no way. And guess what? You're using HighLevel. I'm telling you guys right now, again, I talked about this on Sean Clark when he was on the podcast. I've never seen an offer like this, where not only can you give them something new, you can transform what they already have. It's like there's no objection they can throw at you. You can help them no matter what. So I'm telling you, it's on another level with this stuff. So, and I have direct videos going through each of these kinds of things, but this is like very advanced stuff. And again, I'm going to harp on this. It is very nice when you have multiple ways to sell someone, not just like, hey, take the product. You can go, hey, if you don't want this, I can also give you this, which works with what you already have. No stress on them, no stress on you. What are you going to say, Polson?
Yeah, so I think the offer is brilliant because you're not just providing a website, you're providing a system to field all the traffic that would come through a website, right? So any small business owner spending $1,000 on a website is not a lot. That's very industry standard and average in my opinion. Now, as an agency, just so I understand correctly, Declan, how are the prospects finding my prospective website? Like how am I finding prospects as an agency? Or how are they, like, are you running paid ads to this, or like where's the traffic coming from, like for us as an agency?
Great question. So the traffic is coming from the automations we run. Again, I have stuff about in-person prospecting. We go in the group, we have whole live streams dedicated to this. With building a list, I didn't put a ton on there just because there's so many different, like, you can buy a list, you can then go and prospect a list. I have videos on my YouTube channel, which I will share, which go in depth on every option you have on that. That's more of like a strategy based thing. But you can, other than just using outreach automations, you can run paid ads to this if you wanted to. If you're a beginner, I do not recommend that. It's not a good way to start. Just 2025, please be careful with that. You lose a lot of money if you don't know what you're doing. Number two, you can do any sort of networking. I think John's in here. He's been crushing it with this. He basically will go in and present this live at like a BNI or a Rotary, where he'll just get a speaker and demo it for everybody. And they're like, yo, I want that. He doesn't even have his pitch deck. His sales pitch is just showing. Which, guys, remember, benefits they like to see. Business owners like to see. They don't want you just saying how cool your AI chatbot is. They want to see it. So, like, that's another way you can do this. You have any sort of cold DMing. You can approach prospects like that. Go, hey, check out the smart website. Demo it. Any sort of outreach. But for the list building, again, because there's so much compliance around that, I put that in other videos. I want to be a little careful around that subject.
Yeah, for sure. I think also for those of you that are interested in that piece of it, like how to generate your own organic leads, I would say jump into the 5-day challenge because JB puts together a whole training on how to generate beta clients, how to generate case study clients, and how to generate testimonial clients, especially like your first client, like first 4 or 5 clients. Once you have 4 or 5 clients and you've made like, 5 or 10K or something, depending on how your pricing is set up, you can then run paid ads or pay for prospects to run automations with you and for you and launch your branding and socials and kind of a all-in-one kind of a solution for prospecting.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
So what I want to show you guys now is just a sales script I put in here. Again, we're going to have to get part of the update with this. I also want to let you know, just for those of you who come into my community too, this is a big thing. We have the most in-depth training on prospecting I've ever seen. It goes over every method you could possibly think of, but also we have a live call in our group every single week where you get to talk to coaches that do this all the time for their agency. They can guide you step by step, talking to you directly on a Zoom to help you with this. So that's a big thing, because remember, all of us are different. We're all unique. We all have different angles. And when you come at it from that angle, you can get specialized, specific help with what you are doing, not the cookie cutter approach. So I do want to let that be known, because that will help tremendously, because there's a gazillion ways to get clients. There is. And there's so many different, kinds of ways you can do those ways. And in that, we cover it all, plus the hand holding, which I think will help tremendously. You see my screen, Paulson?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to come to memberships, products. I know this isn't popping up for you guys right now. I promise it's in there though. See it, Paulson?
Yep.
Perfect. So if we come right in here, you guys will see the AI Smart Website sales script. So this is something that I have used and created since going through and talking to prospects, because I've noticed there are some issues. Now, for those of you guys who are going to go right into the sale, you have people already on board, I recommend you check this out. It's pretty clean. Let's get to load. So with this, and this is kind of why this is so great, is in this sales script. I'm not going to, go through super thoroughly, but I just want to show you some key points in this. The objections are things that they will almost always ask. Like if you come in here, you can see this is a big one. I already have a website. I know we just talked about this, but you will get this objection so much. I'm telling you right now, a lot of businesses will say, I already have a website. Like number one objection when you're selling this. Guess what? The answer is you can do this to any website. And I want to say something really fast that I recommend you all do if you don't believe this hype I'm talking about. Go online and Google businesses near you and see how many have AI chat widgets, AI voice agents, and AI chatbots on their site. I promise you're not going to find a ton. Guaranteed. Ones that are AI powered, like the one I just showed you, it's rare. And don't take my word from it. Go check it out. And that's why one of these things is like the answer is so easy. So that's a big thing. Like I said right here, we can turn it into a smart website. You will get this objection a lot. It's a great way to handle it. Let's see, what are the other big ones? Yeah, this is a big one too. I'm not tech savvy. People will say stuff like that, or kind of like, hey man, I don't want to set all this up. Again, you handle everything. You do all of it. And yeah.
And just so I understand, how is this being used? This script is for the salesperson, or is this for the the one of the AI employees? Like, where is this being applied?
This is solely a cherry on the top. Most of the time, when they go through the demo, they'll go through, in my experience, they'll fill out the form. You can talk to them and work it out like that. I've put this in for the people that are already good at sales. So again, guys, you do not have to use this. I've just thrown this in for those of you who guys are already good at sales, because I know I have some sales killers in my group. They don't want to go through, just a basic email self-selling process. They want to go in and start selling people immediately via Zoom call. Like if you already have clients, they want to go on the Zoom. I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Got it. So this is for person-to-person sales objection handling.
And you know what? I just threw it in there for the people that they want to do the sales immediately. That's why I added it in.
Yeah.
If you're a beginner, I recommend you just stick to that demo, but some of you guys already have people lined up.
Got it. Okay. And those of you that are asking, isn't this directly selling high level? No, this is something you're setting up for your own agency. And you can brand it however you want. You can white label it, keep all the revenue you would make through that white label. Like your subscription to high level doesn't change. Just so you're aware, for those of you that are interested in the SaaS play, because people are asking, aren't you just having the prospect go directly to buy on high level? Well, no, you're setting this up for yourself.
Yeah, no, not at all. This is through your account. They're not seeing high level anywhere.
Right.
They're actually in this scenario, having white label would be even more powerful, because if you have white label, they're going to go, because this is new. Remember, this isn't the normal, like, hey, I have a website and you can't, everyone knows what's going on here. This is, hey, I got my own AI system. There's my logo. Here's my AI. Want it? It's different. It's much different. Yeah, no, this is far, far, far different than that. So if you want to start your own AI business today, don't worry, I got you. I have this entire thing built into a Snapshot. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to throw in a 30-day free trial of Go High Level right down below. That way you can come and get started risk-free and try out High Level and this system. Again, it's right down below. And I'm also going to be adding in a bunch of free bonuses to help you on this journey and give you a little extra hand-holding so you don't feel stuck. Okay, so that's over 4 live coaching calls per week. So you can hop on Zoom, talk to me, talk to other coaches, and get help like that. Okay, a bunch of extra trainings and courses and materials to help you out, extra snapshots, extra done for you automation, sales scripts, AI prompts, private community where you can post and ask questions, and so much more. And again, all of that is free if you're using High Level. You do not have to pay me a dime. Again, you get all of that plus this entire system by going down below, signing up with that free trial, and then you can get right into the community and get started as soon as today. But if you have any questions or hesitations, feel free to drop them in the comments down below so we can answer them as soon as possible. Let's get right back to the video.
Awesome. So what else do we need to cover on day 2 as planned?
We're pretty much done. There's one last thing, Polson, that I really want to go over, and it's part of the sales script, guys. This is just something you should know. This is breaking down the math of this, and this is something me and Sean Clark talked about. It's why this is such a powerful offer. If you can set up a free trial, okay, and they are already getting calls, okay, remember, guys, that's not rocket science. They're already getting it, and you set up the AI chatbot, okay, and it answers just one call for a service that's $200, $300, $400 in just one call or one chat, you can cover your costs. There are very few services, I'm telling you guys right now, that is this easy to see the ROI. With websites, with paid ads, with a lot of stuff, it's complicated. It's a lot of, this lead came in at this point. You can go, hey, I have the recording to the call. You close Sally over there. Like, oh, thanks. You want more of that? It's such a simple sell. Like, man, this is a big, big thing on mine, because I see a lot of people promoting services that are just hard to explain to business owners. They don't get why am I paying ads? But why am I doing SEO? What the hell is this stuff? Like, what does this mean? But with this, it's like, dude, we just had your calls answered that easily, and we set it up fast. Do you want more of it? That's it. So I just want to say that's another reason why I have even created this presentation. And I'm seeing a glitch in the matrix, to be honest. This is the hack we've all been waiting for. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm serious. It's like, it's almost the perfect offer, in my opinion.
Quick question for you. So just so I understand the flow of the customer sales journey, who qualifies for the setup fee versus the 14-day trial? Or is the 14-day trial triggered after a setup fee is paid? Like, is it a paid trial or is it actual trial and then they pay after the 14 days? Like, what's the sales like feel?
Great question. Really great question. I recommend, if you are more advanced and you already have a couple clients, charge the setup fee, go through everything. If you are more green and you don't really know what's going on, I recommend, in my opinion, this, and you don't have to do this, but I recommend you go in, you get them on the 14-day free trial. Once the time comes, you go, hey man, it's about $2,000 a setup, but you know what? Waive the setup fee. We're all good here. Just pay me $300, $400 a month. That's what I would do if you're a beginner. Why? Because it's a solid lead magnet. You price anchored them. You're getting in their head. They love it. Psychologically, it makes sense. You gave them something. You built reciprocity, and the sale is easier. I just say that because a lot of people are newer, and I don't think it's good when you come off the bat and you don't know what you're talking about to just be like, "Hey, give me this money," because you might not even understand it yourself. So, I mean, you know how it is when you first start. You kind of
Yeah.
just say shit, you know.
Yeah. So a lot of people do that. It's pretty popular to have a setup fee and then waive the setup fee after a trial. Um, it's worse to do the opposite. Don't blindside them with a setup fee that you never talked about. Never do that.
Yeah, that's a fast way to have people hate you.
Well, it's
Speak from
also not.
experience. I've done it.
It also doesn't work. Plus, you don't want to bait and switch on an offer, right? So, if anything, educate your prospect on what you're expecting after a trial if you're going to do a trial, and it's okay to do a lower setup fee. Sometimes it's, I've seen people do $100 setup fee and it covers the texts and emails and all of that, and say, hey, you can do a 7-day trial. It doesn't have to be 14 days. So get creative depending on how your industry manages things and how they deal with marketing. But yeah, what else do we need to cover here?
So that's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah.
we're kind of at the end of it. I
Mm.
will say what I will do, guys. Obviously, don't worry, we're gonna get this snapshot to all of you guys. I'll create a couple videos that I'll link below this video that I think are really important. One of them is the entire automating the onboarding, the sales pipeline thing. That video is insane. It's one of my best videos. It's got an amazing free snapshot for you guys. There's another one. The reason I didn't put in here is, again, we'd be on the call for a gazillion hours. We'll be here all day. So yeah, we got one of those. It's amazing. I'll link a couple more that fill in all the blanks. I recommend you guys check out the community. It's awesome. And just stuff like that. Just got to say this. This is possibly one of the most hands-off high-level services that I've ever seen. And once you set it up, other than configuring a tiny bit of the AI, that's about it. I've never seen something more automated than this. Like once you set it up, it pretty much works. And other than just little tweaks, once you get it to work fine, it's super hands off. So I just wanted to quickly say that because like for the price, like $300 a month for not doing a whole lot of work is awesome. As opposed to $300 for having to go in, load up social media posts, do all this extra crap. Like it's a juicy $300 because there's very little effort once you get it set up.
Okay. Let's do this, Declan. As we kind of close out day 2 and this whole workshop, what are some best practices that you've found in your business when it comes to this setup? Like what are some things that we didn't get a chance to cover that you probably maybe you want to highlight, or some observations from some of your students or things you're seeing in your community as well?
Great question. I would say the first big thing is, and this is more of a higher level question, but make sure that you focus heavily on prospecting. Just I know that's a bit of a side thing, but really important that you understand how to get traffic, how to move in, because a lot of people will come in, they'll play with this stuff, they'll never get in front of people, and then they wonder why they didn't make any money. Like you have to push on that front. It's one of the only ways. And all my top students, it is the one thing they all have in common. They prospect a lot. So that's the first thing. What was the initial question again?
No, I was just saying, like, what are your findings from this system that you've taught? I think prospecting is a big component. I think that's the biggest component. People forget how much volume it takes to just get
Mhm.
one appointment, right? I did a presentation last week, and one of the Google studies that Chase had found was when Google runs a advertising, they usually go through about 19 to 20 touch points for something like a candy bar. If you're selling like Kit Kat or Twix on Google Ads, it takes 19 to 21 impressions for somebody to buy. Now, if you're selling like an airline ticket, it takes over 450 to 550 impressions before someone buys an airline ticket. And if
Gee.
that's what Google is saying in repetition of paid ads, what do you think we have to do as business owners, right? Just the sheer volume of what it takes of prospecting. That's the hardest thing is your first client.
100%, and actually triggered something else that is really important, which is the opportunity timing. We talked about this in day 1. If you haven't seen day 1, please watch it. It's awesome. But like we're in one of those phases, which they come around very rarely, where it is new. And you got a good year to 2 years where everything is fresh. No one really has this. I mean, again, don't take it from me. Go on Google and look up all the businesses in your town. I promise you, the vast majority will not have these AI features as of the making of this video. They won't. Like, this isn't like trying to sell websites. You know what I mean? This isn't like trying to sell ads where you have to go through this same stupid, like, oh, we're better than them because of our core, mission, stupid stuff like that. With this, it's like, dude, you don't have it. We can solve your problems. We can save you time. We can save you money. You want it or you don't. Like, it's so easy. Like, you guys have to understand, when I first got started, there was nothing like this. It was way harder to make money online. Now it's like, as long as you're willing to work hard, put in the effort, try, and use AI, it's so much easier than it used to be. I mean, Paulson, you had a successful agency. It was, I mean, we didn't have AI. Like, this shit was hard.
It was rough. It was rough for many years before it start working.
And
Yeah. Final thoughts as we close out. What are the final thoughts, takeaways? How would you sum up this whole workshop that we did last 2 days? There was a lot of stuff.
it was. I would say, and I'm going to double down on this, start implementing this ASAP. You have the winning wind at your sales. Go out and do it now. Prospect. Right now, it's a blue ocean. It's new. I'm telling you, it's like investing in stocks or these kinds of things when they're very low and then they explode. You don't have a big window. That's why, like, right now, make sure you're using high level. Okay, make sure you're investing in yourself. Make sure you're on my YouTube channel, watching my videos religiously. I'm telling you, everything I put out, it is here to help you. And right now, you have that winning wind. Okay, you also, like Paulson just said, you got high level support. You got people helping you with a snapshot. Like, it's never been easier. You just have to put in the effort. And please, for all of you guys, do yourself a favor and put in the effort. I mean, you can go onto my YouTube channel and look at the testimonials we have. And I'm telling you, it is proof that people, even ordinary people, can do this. Again, you have to work hard. There is no such thing as a get rich quick. Like, you have to put in the effort. But I'm telling you right now, it has never been easier to do this stuff. I'm just saying, like, it is. I mean, it's a gold mine. So that's what I would say. It's not much more than, like, take advantage of the greatest opportunity ever. Pretty much it.
On that note, Declan, it's been fun.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you taking the time. You spent so much of your day listening to me rant. I appreciate it.
I loved it. I think, a lot of things that you shared, I can tell it's from real experiences from building businesses, dealing with business owners all the time. So we appreciate your effort in the community. On behalf of High Level, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything you want to ask me, drop a comment right down below. And make sure you go check out that link below so you can get started with this system, get all the amazing free goodies and handholding and all this stuff that I talked about earlier in the video. So if you are interested, but you want to invest a little further, I'm going to have a video that's going to pop at the end of the screen, which is my free partnership, which goes over all this stuff. That way you can understand exactly what's going on. And again, questions, make sure you ask them because I'm here to answer them. I also have my socials down below so you can message me. I'm here to make sure that we are on the exact same page so you can be part of this new opportunity in the new AI era. Make sure you watch the video that pops up at the end of the screen. I think you're really, really going to like it, and I think it could really, really help you. All right, thanks again for watching, and watch the video that pops up at the end of the screen.